I don't see the second half of the season as successful. I think we're just starting to build upon what we're capable of doing, and so we just put our head down and we're gonna just keep working and working, and we want to win a race. We really want to win a race, and we're striving towards that. We've worked so hard on so many different aspects of our program, trying to improve every little detail, it's like waiting for Christmas to open those packages to see what you get, and of course every team is working to improve their programs, and sometimes you make a good decision and sometimes you make a poor decision. You don't know until you go try, and so we think we went on the good decision book, so we got to go find out though. Well, we get back from San Diego, and even before we get back, we have a kind of a game plan on what we want to do, and we took the boat we ran last year, completely disassembled it, evaluate every component, make sure it's acceptable or not acceptable, fix what's broken, and made it pretty much race ready to go. Made some subtle changes to it, and pushed it off in the corner. It's sitting over on the trailer. It's 95% race ready right now. And then we decided that we wanted to have the second boat ready to go, and so we spent all winter, put a lot of effort and resources with the support of J&Ds, and have done a refurbishment of a T4 boat. Well, we brought it back from the Mideast race, cleaned it all up and pushed it in the corner, and then we took the other boat and tried to make it better than T4, and we felt we did. And it was just like, let's get this boat ready to go. Potentially, if we have a challenge where we need to use one boat because the other one got broken, then it's ready to go. It's got an extensive overhaul. It's no secret, and I give a lot of the drivers who drove it a hard time. You broke it, so we got to come back and fix what you broke. But basically, we took a lot of the components, honeycomb components, out of the boat that had been repaired from a number of the crashes that had been in, and replaced them. Yeah, we got to the end of last year, and at the end of San Diego, the final heat didn't kind of go the way we wanted, and we got wet, and no blame, maybe our own, and I didn't want to stop. The guys didn't want to stop. Everything had kind of come together, and we were progressing, and we kept making change after change, and we wanted to keep going. I wanted to bring the boat home and go run it some more, and improve now. So then you get to the winter, of course, and now we're in the throes of winter, and it's the momentum, the positive attitude is still there, but it's hard to, it's not bright and in front of you. Mm-hmm. So we're fighting through that dog day of winter mentality right now, and we've known the game plan, since October, what our program is going to entail for 2020. Now it's our job to go in the wintertime, put that all together and make it all happen, and we'll show off what we did all winter, in the spring and summer, and we'll see. Well, it's just, it ups the boat count. That's one thing. That's a good thing for our sport. Secondly, there is strategy amongst teams. Team orders are definitely something that happens, and we've seen it in the past couple of years with some of the other two-boat teams. So potentially we're positioning ourselves to maybe be in that position. Maybe we're not.
Our family grew up going to the races, going to Seafair. My grandparents had a boat out in the log boom and lived on Mercer Island, so we got to drive over from Mercer Island to the boat and be part of that atmosphere. Watching from the log boom is much different than watching from the pits. And so for me, it was growing up every Seafair going to the pits or going to the log boom and hanging out in the boat and family. It was a very big family time for us. So that's my first memories. Very family-oriented event for us.
I just go back into my childhood, and I remember as a kid going to church on Sunday morning, and I couldn't wait to get get to Grandma's house to watch hydroplanes on Seafair weekend, and you know, I remember the early '70s stuff. I think my first memory is maybe the Sand Point race when I was, you know, 7 or 8 years old, and I've just been fascinated with these race boats ever since. You know, I went through stages of drivers growing up. I was a big fan of John Walters. I really thought that was a unique, different platform, and John was just a great spokesman and still is for our sport. And then you know, I enjoyed watching Scotty Pierce. He was so articulate in front of the camera, and he had such a personality, and it made you like him. Once again, I go back to that pay and pack turbine boat, 1980. The thing was just awesome.
New technology revolution.
It was just different, and it had cool uniforms and a cool truck, and it was just the whole thing. The presentation of the whole package was just wow. It just wow. Oh, man, that was pretty neat too. You know, we were just a hard-working group of guys led by Dan High, who's a great mentor, a great leader, a great teacher, and a great crew chief in himself. And you know, we just kept working at it, and it just all kind of came together. And so that was a lot of fun. It was a fun day. I remember after winning the final heat, we were in our glee taking the rear wing off, and I dropped the big socket wrench, and it put a big hole in the deck, and dent in the deck, and that was one of my lasting memories of that. A lot of fun.
It's very special. I think our crew is we spend more time with our crew than we do our own families, and you really get to know these people. You've got everyone else we work with all summer, and it does become one big extended family. It's important for us, for them to share in this with us, because we have been able to do so many really cool things within the sport. This is Scott's 30th year racing hydroplanes for a living. I mean, who gets to say that that's what you get to do?
31st. I started in '89. I'm old.
So to be able to do it for that many years, and our kids have grown up in it. They've seen the highs and they've seen the lows, and they're all still interested and still love it.
And we are passionate. We do love this sport. It's just really in our blood. We I don't know. I think about it a lot, even when I'm not here. I think about it. My challenge thinking about it now is how we're going to make this gadget better, or this propeller better, or this engine work better, or the whole boat better. It just doesn't go away. It's just part of like breathing. It's just there. But there's memories like that because of this sport. For example, sitting in Madison having dinner one night, and the power went out, and some unnamed owner came in and wanted all our dinner for his guys, and there's stuff like that happens. So that created a memory, and something happened at the race course that created a memory, or something that driving the truck to the race course happened. I mean, yeah, exactly the same. Yeah.
And this is our life. We go on dates and we talk about the team, and this is our life. This is what we do all the time. So it does create, there's a lot of memories. There's a lot of good memories that we've had within this sport. I think the highs really propel you forward. We have had success in this sport. We've had a lot of, I don't want to say bad times. There were some bad times, and we've seen some really low lows, but we've also seen some really high highs. And having those highs is what propels you forward. You got a little taste of it and you want more. And we are racers, and we do want that win. And we want to share that with the people who surround us, who do work really hard for us, and our sponsors who work really hard for us, and we want them to be able to share in that with us.
This year's going to be a lot of memories. There's some good ones coming up, and we'd like to think we've done our homework this winter.